We started the day off with breakfast in the West Portal district at the Toast Eatery. Loved their pancakes and banana dish. Since the place is called the Toast, there were several art displays pertaining to that. This one looks like the Giants Oracle Stadium. I especially like this one of the little toast crossing the Golden Gate Bridge. From there, we made a beeline to the Haight district to look around. And it wasn't too long before we found ourselves at the corner of Haight and Ashbury, ground zero for the drug and hippie movement in the 60s. Right there on the corner is a clock permanently set at 4:20 for all of you stoners out there.
Roll another one, just like the other one.
When I said that Haight and Ashbury was the center for the drug movement in the 60s, I think that somehow this area got suspended in that time zone. I mean, the aroma of Mary Jane was everywhere in the air. It was as thick as a San Francisco fog. It was so thick that I started to ask myself,
Am I high? My mouth sure is dry. I keep on laughing till I cry, asking myself, am I high?
wandering around the Haight, we came up to the Jimi Hendrix Red House. Legend has it that sometime back in the 60s, Jimi Hendrix lived in this house. It's not hard to miss the place. Besides the red color, it has a giant, impressive mural of the guitar legend on the side. Some people question whether Jimmy really lived there or not. Well, when it comes to the legend versus the fact, I always say,
when the legend becomes fact, print the legend.
the Haight is a great place just to walk up and down the streets looking at all the great murals, drug-related or otherwise. I really like the outside of this Middle Eastern grill. 1967, the summer of love. That looks like Jerry Garcia on one side and Janis Joplin on the other. And over to the left is George Harrison. The Goodfellas store is a great place to look around too. I love the Deadhead band on the front. And of course, they have the original Goodfellas on the front window. Only I don't think those are Camel cigarettes that they're smoking. I saw this t-shirt in a store window and got a good laugh. I think we all know who they're talking about. And don't worry, your secret is safe with me. I also saw this in a store window. It doesn't surprise me. Somewhere, I heard the people in San Francisco are so arrogant and pretentious that they love the smell of their own farts.
We're a little more progressive and ahead of the curve here in San Francisco.
Here's a famous hippie temptation house. In 1967, CBS did a special on the hippie subculture, and it predominantly featured this house. That special has since become a cult classic. Close by is the house where Jim Jones, the leader of the People's Temple cult, lived when it was in San Francisco. And finally, my favorite place on the Haight. I always manage, somehow, to show up here. I absolutely love these giant, shapely legs hanging out of a second-story window. I mean, what guy wouldn't? After that, we headed over to the Legion of Honor. Next to the Legion of Honor is this Japanese monument. It was given to San Francisco from its sister city, Osaka. It's in a beautiful location, and if you stand off to the side, you can see the Golden Gate Bridge in the distance. A short walk from this is the Holocaust Memorial. This moving memorial, made of bronze painted white, was dedicated in 1984. There are several bronze plaques at the memorial. This particular one is a list of concentration death camps. The Legion of Honor opened to the public on Armistice Day, November 11th, 1924, in dedication to the 3,600 Californians who died in World War I. The museum houses European paintings and sculptures, ancient art, contemporary art, and much more. Once you're inside the walls of the museum and in the Court of Honor, you immediately see the famous statue, the thinker. The statue is brought to life by its artist, Auguste Rodin. I think more people have fun with this particular piece of art than any other artwork, but then that's just my opinion. After that, we left San Francisco and headed south to Morro Bay for the night. We got there late, so we had to scrap the plans for the rest of the day. But the next morning, we saw Morro Rock, then had a great breakfast at Frank and Lola's Cafe. And you're asking, why was breakfast so great there? First of all, it has a spectacular view of Morro Rock. Then, it's one of those places that has great pictures and signs hanging on the wall. I've always been a sucker for that. I want this one. Even the bathroom had a great sign in it. Then there was a breakfast. Great, friendly service, and the cornmeal blueberry pancakes that I ordered were out of this world. And that's about it. After breakfast, we headed back to Los Angeles, marking the end of our trip and the end of this video.